Wario Land, shake it. Whoa, I had my audio on there. Let's get that turned off. This is World Area 4, World 4, so I had to go and do that train level. The first one, I think it's the first one in World 3. I did that once and got enough gold to buy area map, the Area 4 map, and also the heart, which I think is about 10,000 gold. So the hearts are getting a little bit more expensive now, and we're getting to the point where we may want to consider a recovery potion, but the difficulty is starting to set in. These first two levels really aren't difficult at all. The second two levels and then the boss of this area are pretty challenging, and I was hoping to go a little bit slower through them to try to get as much gold as I could, but it was not exactly successful. I'm still a little bit short of being able to buy the Area 5 map, but again, I'll be doing that extra level playing off screen, so we will worry about World 5 later. Let's start with Ropey Jungle. So this is a fun one, and it's got a lot of ropes. That should kind of be in the name. The second level of this area is actually going to be another submarine level. I don't know how many there are. So far, we've only done 2 of them. There might be a third one in the next area. I guess we'll find out when we get there, but so this level is pretty dang straightforward, pretty easy. It's kind of disturbing to me how easy this was, and I'm not really understanding the difficulty in this game. Usually platformers, when you play them, they get harder gradually as you go on, but in this one they get easier at the beginning of the area and then they get harder. And I don't really know if the game expects you to, in some cases, like, buy all the area maps out of order, and then maybe you could do Area 5 first. I don't think you can do Area 5, though. I think you need all the boss emblems to unlock that boss. But you might be able to do Area 3 before 2, although I don't know. That would mean that you get stuck in a level in Area 2, but not in Area 3. It's just weird to me that the levels are easy at first, and then they get really hard on, at this point, a little bit harder near the end of the level. So I think I actually get all of the chests in this level. This was actually a straightforward one, and that's, again, like I was saying, I was surprised it was this easy. So we just get on the rope swing, we can get the piranha dentures there, and we'll want to swing up here. Be careful of the piranhas, they're pretty much in all of the water. And the challenges for this level, as we saw at the beginning, are to not kill any enemies, and then, of course, I think get 50,000 coins and beat it in a certain amount of time at the end, but that's just not something that's going to happen here, obviously. I've already killed too many enemies for that to bother. And then there's places here that we can break through when we are using the speed block, but we can't get to them yet. These will be breakable at the end of the level, and it'll be a couple of extra coins we can grab. I think I get really close to doing this level perfectly, and I don't quite make it with the end there, but that seems to be how it's going for all of them anyway. So moving on over here to a more relevant part of the level, there's these plants that are closed up and you can jump on them. So I was wondering, is there anything I can do with this? And the answer to that is no, not yet. I think all this is for is just to tell you that you can in fact jump on the plant when they're closed like that, and when we step in this plant, it's going to eventually close around us, and then we can jump on the closed plant. And if you get sucked into the plant, you're going to want to shake your Wiimote very violently to try to get out of it, because it's going to keep doing damage over time to you. It's just not a lot of fun, and these plants are really annoying in a later level. They're not so bad in this one, but they're pretty dang annoying in a later level. So we're going to try to get up here and grab that diamond, and we can do that by jumping onto this plant and then getting up there, and there we go, we got a diamond, 10,000 gold for us, yay me. And then we can come on over back to the other side of the screen and head deeper into the level. It's also the area 4 is also the first area where I actually die in that isn't to a boss, so the difficulty is definitely ramping up, but not yet. We still have a ways to go. There's also another diamond right here, so this isn't a bad level for gold either. That's a pretty quick 30,000 gold for us, and I don't know how on earth I didn't actually grab onto that rope there. What you're supposed to do is get into the speed block and then grab onto the rope, and that will move it all the way over to the left, but to the right, but I was jumped through it somehow, and I've never been able to make that happen again. So I got back in here, obviously, get on there, your momentum will carry the rope over, and the rope will go back on its own if you take too much time, so be sure to jump here. There's another diamond or chest up there to the left I think we're going to try to go get. And some of these plants are going to grow, or are going to close a lot quicker than the other ones. They have different colors, different markings, so just keep an eye out for that. Make sure that they're not, you know, going to close on you and eat you. And there's going to be a ramp here we can slide down to grab that silver coin, which are worth a little bit of gold, you know, 1,000 or so. So they're worth picking up, but it's kind of annoying trying to do that much work for a silver. Then we'll want to come up here and try not to get sucked up into this plant like I did, and just shake your Wiimote to get out of it. And then we can try to come on over to the left again and notice that there's a vine we can climb on. So I think this is where the third chest is. Yes, so we actually do get all 3 chests. And if you ever pay attention in these levels, the third chest is usually a pretty good sign that you are near the end of the level. So we're almost there. We're getting to the fun part where we get to run super fast. So to get up to this platform, we can charge, dash, jump if you want to, but that's not always the greatest thing to do. And there's a golden bag there we're going to get, and we can do that by swinging down here and trying to swing up, but we have to climb up a little bit more than I did, or we have to climb down a little bit more than I did on the rope to be able to swing over here. Be careful of that spiky guy. You can ground pound to turn him upside down and stomp on his head. And then we can come up here and notice there's a couple of evil blocks that we're going to be opening up pretty soon. And there's also going to be a board telling us to go up to the left there. And you may wonder, well, what would that be for? So we're going to shake this fairy out of its cage and move on down here to where we saw those red blocks. And then inside of there are going to be... or is going to be a speed block, so we're just going to come over here and then try to get up carefully over here without losing our speed. Follow those coins so we can come down here and make it, start making our way to the beginning of the level. So then a dumb flower stopped my progress. I also did not really follow the coins very well, so that is my fault, but that's okay. Now I tried to do something here. I thought, you know, I missed that rope the first time. Maybe I could miss it again. And I thought, well, yeah, whatever. Let's try it. I have over 2 minutes. Let's try. I have under 2 minutes, I guess now. But anyway, let's try it. Let's get into the speed block and let's see if I can get around. And nope, couldn't jump, or I didn't jump in time. Couldn't really make it down there without grabbing the rope. So, oh well, no speed for me. We'll just make it through and get to the end of the level. It's not really too far away now. And there's going to be a part coming up that we saw earlier with the speed blocks that we can break to get the coins. And if you wanted to get 50,000, obviously you'd have to do that and probably find another diamond somewhere. There's probably another diamond anyway, because obviously I'm only at 37,000. I thought maybe it was a 40,000 level, but no, I'm pretty sure it's 50. And then again, just keep working our way over to the left. You know, the boring way, the not so fun way. And once we're in here, that is the end of the level. Then the next one's going to be ridiculously straightforward, but it is a little bit harder than the first submarine level that we did. So yep, it is 50,000 coins. Don't defeat any enemies. That one is kind of crazy, especially with the speed thing. I don't really think you can do that one while speeding through. You probably have to walk through, and walk through slowly. But the ones where you don't defeat any enemies are definitely the most, in my opinion, the most annoying challenges, because it's so easy to just accidentally kill one. Okay, Windbreak Bay. At least I really hope this is a submarine level. This may not be. That doesn't sound familiar, so... Oh wait, a bay? That's water? Yep, it's submarine. Okay, we're good. So, here we are back. Hold on, I got a hair in my mouth, jeez. Okay, we're back in our submarine, and we have to use the same controls we did last time. The Wiimote controls you up and down, and you use the D-pad to move yourself forward and backward. But it's an auto-scroller, and there's a challenge, I think, to get 30,000 gold, and then one of them is don't break your submarine. That basically just means don't die. That one's pretty easy, and I forgot what the middle one was. I missed that one. So the enemies are largely the same, but there are going to be these ones that home in on us, so watch out for those guys, and just use your torpedoes to kill anybody in your way. We almost get all of the chests here. I missed the third one because it's kind of like a which way do I go type of thing, and usually whatever way looks harder is the way you should go if you want the chests, but the way I went for the third chest, which meant that I didn't get the third chest, but anyway, the way that I went, we'll see. I got a diamond, so it was worth it, because I would rather have gold than the items from the chest. Maybe that's because, you know, I need the gold for the area maps. I don't really I don't really care about the collectibles too much. It does look pretty cool. I will admit, in this game, if you want to go and find someone who has like 100% walkthrough and you go watch the final level of that walkthrough, you could probably, maybe it'll show the beginning globe area, and you can see it's like stacked to the ceiling with gold, or that might be in a throne room. That might not be in the gold area, but there's a room where the amount of gold you get and the collectibles and everything, it just kind of piles up on the screen, and it does look pretty cool. It's just this hoard that Wario has collected in his desire for money. You know, he doesn't really care about saving these princesses people, or these fairy things, whatever you want to call them. He doesn't really care about them, he just wants the money. It's just the giant amount of dragon wealth he's accumulated when you play the game. But that, of course, means you have to go and actually get all the collectibles. And, you know, I think this is a good Wario game. I wish they would make another one, but it's just not a good game. It's not good enough for me to bother trying to get all the, you know, little tiny bonuses and challenges and all of that stuff. It's not that entertaining. It's a lot of fun, but I think it's fun just to get through the level, fight the bosses, and shake the crap out of bags and get all this gold, you know, coming out of it. But as far as a modern game, this really is something you would find if you go onto Steam and you just search the popular new titles. You'll probably find like 20 games that look exactly like this one do and have the exact same 2D side-scroller platformer style. It's not really this game has not aged well, is what I'm trying to say. So here, we don't get anything down here except coins, and if you're trying to go for that 30,000 coin challenge, you're going to want to come down here. And there might be better paths to get that. I don't really get too close to the 30,000 coins, but really the big thing is just try to destroy as many enemies as you can, and hope that you get, you know, 30,000 coins by the end of it. These guys that I'm shooting right there, the barrel submarines, they have 3 golden coins is what they drop when you kill them, I think, most of them anyway. And that was the area that had the chest above me, so if you wanted to get that chest, obviously you'd have to go up there. And then we're going to be getting pretty close to the end of the level where we have to do something similar to what we did last time we were in a submarine, which is just blowing up a button. But we can't go up and down on the screen very easily, so we're going to be using these vents that will be doing it for us. And we need to get to the bottom of the screen, the middle, and then the top of the screen to be able to blow up the buttons. And it's not really too big of a deal, just spam the crap out of the torpedoes, try to dodge some of the enemies that are going to be coming out of the bottom of the screen. And there goes the middle one. Then we're just going to do the same thing for the bottom and top. And once that's done, that'll be it for this level. I'll continue on in the next part of Area 4.